us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Lo, a ballista. This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire! Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid! Your aid is needed! Well done! That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
was most effective.
It seems we have been raided.
I just remembered. Look how many women we count among our number.
And yet... no two of us are the same.
Since time, remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drake as well. Then I bid ye farewell.
Gazing upon the sea makes me feel rather strange.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. We've no cause to visit a campsite as yet, methinks. Let us return once we've grown tired from our labours. Where the Saurians?
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
As a matter of fact, who could have guessed that so many who were once arisen yet live? Do their strange powers stem from the time when they were arisen still? I wonder if they were possessed of steadfast wills of their own.
Isn't easy doing what I do.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses. Fine, where's
Must be anything to do with someone else. Peruse at your leisure.
We must rest.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to... be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
Let's get to work. I only pray my watch finishes without incident. I wonder what it's like not to have fun. I'm still waiting on that one. No, this is all wrong. What use of pitiful fragments such as these? What we have achieved is sufficient to sway the pawn. But when the time comes to fell the dragon, I fear it may not be enough. Lord Phasus insists we shall succeed, and yet... Ah, a new hand, are you? Have you some business with me? Why? 'Tis an Arisen's. This is incredible. I've never seen such a luster. But why do you possess such a thing? Where did you obtain it? No, never mind. 'Tis of no consequence. All that matters is this. I must make haste that I might deliver it to Lord Phasus even a moment sooner. But wait, no. I have not the Wyrmslife Crystals to restore it. Confound it all! Oh, don't be ridiculous. Do you even understand what you are offering? Wyrmslife Crystals can only be obtained from drakes. But I suppose I am in no position to decline. Lord Phasus is satisfied with the Godsway as 'tis, you see. And as I can expect no support from him, you can... Though I suppose 'twouldn't do to send you away entirely empty-handed. Feel now. As I've said, Wyrmslife Crystals can only be obtained from drakes and their ilk. All the better if it happens to be a lesser dragon. You've returned. Have you obtained any Wyrmslife Crystals? You have? Incredible! That is no small feat. I must admit, I had not thought you much chance of success. Yet here you are. And this is precisely what I require to complete my work. I shan't delay. Come by again tomorrow. By then, I will have produced a Godsway of unparalleled quality.
What could this mean?
What is it? I thought I told you to return on the morrow. Do not...
Good to see you, Master.
That's spectacular today. Winches on all sides.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
For last night's
Strange since I was a girl.
Fancy a look at my wares?
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later. This sort of quiet means all's well.
At last, the puzzle begins to take shape.
Oh, it is finished. The result is even more sublime than I'd hoped. I must deliver it to Lord Phaesus at once. Though, mayhap. Now, I cannot leave this in your hands. I may not be fleet of foot, but only I can do this. Wait, I've changed my mind. You take it. Deliver the blade to Lord Phaesus.
You won't reach him in time.
Go now. Make haste for Moonglint Tower. There your journey will come to an end, one way or another.
Now, what could this dull days for us are a sign.
Days like this one.
Ugh, the creaky knees. I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
What could possibly impel a being of such size to motion?
Indeed. Where is it bound, I wonder?
'Twould really be better if it stayed still. Given the size of it, it could crush us all underfoot.
is that? It cannot be!
Lord Phasis, 'tis not a foe to be faced by those hoping to see the morrow.
Mine's not the stone puppet, then. We move.
I'm simply to deliver him to the tower, eh? Suppose I ought to have expected a catch.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
I shan't deny, they have their uses.
We're going this way now, I suppose. Ugh, by your will.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. I'll go and open the chest.
I have a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find you.
'Tis a ballista, Arisen.
Let us make use of... this during battle. I've no doubt would catch our foes unawares.
Tis strangely quiet hereabouts. Where are our foes lurking? A brief respite is naught to decry. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen. Look! Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to...
You're no soldier. I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Always a pleasure.
I cannot... Can't wait to see your nimble blade work, Master.
Our foes will soon find themselves hard-pressed.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Fascinating. A ballista is a ranged weapon. It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
Treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Would seem the stone puppet has stopped. Have the wounded been tended to?
Yes, my lord.
Good. I trust you are prepared, Sovran of Vermont.
Will it really be all right? I'm not about to be charred, am I?
Fear not. You are in no danger. The dragon shall be under my control when it appears. Come. Let us press onward.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Best quality.
Yes, master. I shall hasten to your aid.
What is it? Has something happened? You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodgings yonder. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me. You're better off resting while you have the chance.
Time to be heading.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating? Always a pleasure.
I've a selection of wares. It's sure to pleasure doing business with you.
I'll sleep like a log. I'd not linger here.
If anyone gives me trouble, they'll take mustn't let it happen, and I shan't resist. Time to be heading home. I can't go on like this. Not ruins your day, like getting cold.
What is true peace, I wonder?
A contraption of some kind. I know not what to make of it. How shall we proceed, Arisen?
Your fate is ours to share, and whether ill or boon awaits, the experience shall be no less valuable to us.
Well now. I'm a lucky man. Thought I was waiting here for naught. But when someone finally does come along, 'tis you. I've always wanted a real fight with you. One-on-one. Here's my chance. You're not holding back on me, are you, Sir Arisen?
Yes, there he stands.
Seems to desire a bat. You ought to have wonder. We shall await here.
It was a rotten life. I'm not sorry to see it end. At least I went out fighting.
You have bested Sir Ragnar, Master, an incomparable feat. But we cannot revel in your triumph. We must press on. You have my support.
You got me.
Dragon, heed my call. Your will is mine to command. Curses. This arrival of the true Arisen is most inopportune. Sovran of Vermin, the ritual must not be disturbed. Let not the Arisen approach. You can manage that, I trust.
At last we may confront the pretenders of your place, Master. Man plays you'll not live to regret it.
You have my protection.
Your efforts are for naught, Arisen. Now, simply watch as this world's hollow and fruitless order is remade by my hand. The ritual is complete. The dragon comes. Behold! The Royce Dragon! By my power, the dogma of dragons is unmade.
You could ne'er understand, Arisen.
We must all be freed from the vulgar order wherein the dragon's existence determines all.
Greetings, Arisen. Hast thou summoned the resolution to face me? Then answer me this. Why dost thou fight? Is it to reclaim thy flesh, thy stolen heart? Or is it to reclaim thy throne? I offer thee a choice. Grant unto me this life in my claws, and be gone from this place. Or stand and fight. Pitiable Arisen. The time for thou to make thy choice is come. Show me the path thou wouldst walk. Go, and thou shalt live to claim thy coveted throne. Fulfill our charges. I as the dragon, and thou as the Arisen. Climb upon me. We shall depart for our true battlefield. Before we come to wilt thou slay me, or be slain? I know not how this story endeth. For the outcome was determined in a time before reckoning. And yet Arisen, born of a hapless faith though it may be, perchance 'tis thy will, and thine alone, that couldst contest the great will of this world. Thou art too late. The hour is upon us. We must decide a victor, and in so doing, form a link in the chain that bindeth this wheel. Tell me, Arisen, what is thy desire? Is it to slay the dragon, thereby seek conflict with a mighty foe?
Rattle is more than a blister. Tie your goat down.
Even now.
Master, there's a sizable ballista up on yon cliff. 'Twill greatly aid us in this battle if we can reach it.
That's easily done. Just grab hold of the dragon and let it take one step.
I shall draw you.
Come, let me grant you wings.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
This is where the Arisen shall settle the score, once and for all.
Is this to be our end? Or a new beginning?
I will give every ounce within me for our cause.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Arisen.
The dragon's magics are fierce and mighty. Take care that you don't catch you unawares.
Fear not.
Be sure to give its breath a wide berth. Evade it carefully, then watch for an opening to strike.
I am grateful to you, Arisen. Its weak point eludes us yet. We might have more luck throwing it off balance if we were to clamber onto its back.
Avoid its onslaught and strike the moment an opportunity presents itself. Might I be of assistance?
an unending cycle. All is preordained. Even my death at thine hands. Yet perhaps thy will is great enough to put an end to it.
Why do you pursue me, Arisen? You have fulfilled your charge, are you not satisfied? Seek you greater status? Perhaps to rule the world entire? It is power you desire, you need merely spy out the path.
The choice is thine, Arisen. By thy will alone can the course of the rivers of fate be altered.
You would still resist your fate. Understand you the folly of such a decision. Even the beating of your reclaimed heart was born of the great will of this world. Yet you would abandon it. Everything in this world, all that you have come to know as reality, is the creation of the Great Will. Should that will be lost, no mortal being could survive. However, if regret yet assails your spirit, then perhaps you should reaffirm your choice. Witness with your own eyes, or through the eyes of another, the fate of this world.
Thou wishest to dismantle the world's will, just as I do. Yet dost thou know what awaiteth the world, should it meet such a fate? Would become a fleeting, fragile, vacuous thing, bereft of the cycle, naught would be born into its same chaos, great and terrible. Surviving in such a world would be no simple matter. Yet, if thou wilt, is set upon beholding the truth, thou must demonstrate its strength. Prove through thine actions that thou canst cast off this field.
No, stay away.
Pray. Turn back.
Leave now, while you can.
You have strayed, Arisen. And for what? Lest you forget. You have a world where you belong. There, you are to fell the great evil in your path and rule the people as their sovereign. For that is who you are. And it is my wish that you should live out that life of purpose. The time has come for you to return. Go. My children shall see you there safely.
Let us go home. Together.
To a world under your rightful rule.
To a world all your own.
This is your will? Then behold, a world unmerciful, bereft the benevolent hands of gods. Find it strange. But this is your world. The world to which you longed to return. Alas, if only you had chosen to become sovereign. At the end of your travails, you could have ruled over these lands in perpetual peace. Yet that world of limitless possibilities has ended. You stand now upon its remains. The vestiges of a world that could have been so much more. Innumerable wills have served to deliver this world from extinction time and time again. You alone have refused to carry out that great purpose. What you see before you is the consequence of your apathy. Behold. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise you not to waste these last moments. Explore the remnants of this world while you can. Perhaps, in doing so, you shall come to see the truth, and know the wretchedness of a world unworthy of being chronicled. How shall you fare, I wonder? Will you endure in this world, abandoned and unprotected?
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Since times remember, draconic blood. Blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell. And since time remember, draconic. Blood flew, then I bid ye farewell.
You run so fast. I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon. But at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. What has become of the world? Would that there were someone who could explain this madness?
Come to think of it, did not Seratheus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the Seafloor Shrine?
If this is indeed the world unbound, then perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Your pawn is nowhere to be seen, Master. But where would a pawn possibly go? Leaving their own master behind?
Perhaps this too is Lord Phasis' doing. We ought to go and speak with him at the Forbidden Magic Research Lab.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Arisen. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? Ah, yes. I trust it has not escaped your notice that after you vanished, together with the Red Dragon, the seas rose to what was perhaps a month from that evil day when a new calamity befell us. A host of dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land with fang. Laz the Oracle called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to the beasts. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside near Batal. Recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing, and I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense. Alas, try what I might. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Indeed, then I shall in your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield me some information. But as you have returned, I would hear the truth from you. Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this past month? So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you. Could that have been the World Forged? Yet why would such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I could, and speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that, I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to rejoin you.
Oh, Master. How long I've slept. Far too, but worry not. Now that I am awake, I shall follow wherever you lead.
What has become of the world? Would that there were someone who could explain this madness.
Come to think of it, did not Sir Theus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the Seafloor Shrine? If this is indeed the world unbound, then perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom. The month I spent with Lord Phasus was a queer experience indeed. I was conscious of nothing. Nothing, that is, save your presence, Master. I cannot explain it. Mayhap 'twas made possible by the bond we share. Glad as this reunion is, it must have been a shock to find the world so changed upon your waking.
I have a dozen matters to settle today.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Well met.
Look, as long as you...
Please, do come again.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
What am I supposed to do?
Well met.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Might as well take a look while you're here, then.
Maybe I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
As a matter of fact, it cannot be denied. When I was an archer, my bowmanship left much to be desired. Now I bear the title of sorcerer. If a foe needs magical retribution, pray look to me to dispense it.
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it. Back in Vernworth at last. What say we have a mug of ale at our favourite tavern while we're here?
'Tis a vast place. I wonder how many corners we have left to explore. A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Battle is upon us! You seem to have been chilled. Are you alright? Any further harm to come to you. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. My consciousness fades. Pray stop me, lest I bring you harm. castle. By your means.
An easy victory awaits.
The battle rages on. Do not let down your guard.
bold as... Speak my mind? Different masters favor different forms. One whom I serve, both have beasts for allies.
Each to their own. My protection.
Huzzah! What a make Arisen.
Not even Vernworth is safe in the pool of destruction. Now we face a foe no less ruthless than Dragon. I would see it answer for every last innocent life it's claimed. The throne's been thrown off balance.
Let us finish this! Bring the fiends down!
Strike fast and sure, and our quality shall fall. some miracle. Now this region shall be safe. At least for the time being.
Now, no matter how far we stray, we'll be able to return here in a flash with the use of a ferry stone.
I fear for the harbor. Yet we see there is far worse.
What have we done to earn its
The very
ire?
world is under threat.
Fa'akar wasil non viakar. Natinef.
can change positions in the blink of an eye!
Mayhap if we follow close behind it, we could find a way to get ourselves into an advantageous position.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
I'd hasten home.
I've never heard
It's
such
not my
nonsense.
duty. My head will roll.
To think that the world could shift so suddenly and so utterly. 'Tis a frightful thing.
Did yon statue not sink into the sea? 'Tis a...
forth, Talos. May you strike down any dragon in your path.
The statue came alive again. It does not appear poised to attack us. Let us keep watch for the time being. Material, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
A well-organized pack is my speciality. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
Oh, a ballista!
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? Oh, the statue's size wasn't merely for show after all.
Did the pawn within impel the statue to action?
This was your doing, was it not? I'll not pretend to understand, but you have my gratitude all the same. 'Twas enough to give me hope of snatching this world from the jaws of ruin.
Truly, the strength of the mortal will ne'er ceases to amaze.
You seem distracted. Is aught amiss?
Perhaps you believe destruction to be my goal. That I seek to bring an end to this ill-begotten world. However, naught could be further from the truth. In this world, I exist only to observe, to read all that unfolds.
Arisen? Could it be that the world forged addresses you even now?
Well, well. 'Twould seem that this man is aware of my presence, if only in part.
I confess I know not what you are. Nor do I care. Be you a transcendent being of a piece with the divine, or only an observer keeping watch on us from afar. Know this. You have no right to deem this world a mistake.
He bears a will strong and true. Had he but chosen a different path, he would have made a fine Arisen. Yet, there is no sense lamenting what might have been, for that title has lost all meaning. After all, what need is there for Arisen in a world coming apart at the seams?
You underestimate mortal kind at your peril. Mark my words, the day will come when I divine the truth of this world. And on that day, I shall free it from its yoke, from the burden of this loathsome dogma of dragons! Did my matter? I will continue your fight, Arisen, as I, to the last, I shall see.
What hope have I?
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. Has our ruin been forestalled, or merely postponed? I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
The path through this rock has been sealed to us. There's naught for it but to search for an...
Many paths are closed to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
I'll crush you if you keep that up.
principles unproven are as dust on the wind. It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go. Enough dallying. Follow me. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us.
Naught can be achieved without sacrifice.
I can't even think straight.
Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use. Beast-fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh. Few know the real nature of the dragon.
Master.
Only truly impartial observers can perceive it. it is. The dragon at the heart of all this destruction. What a singular creature. Is this what called the monsters forth? I should like it. Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role is to save this world, and mine is to pursue its secrets. Go, do what you must. I will remain here and continue my work. Someday soon, I will lay bare the truth of this world, and on that day, I will slip the yoke of this broken order that rules us all.
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defeat.
The so-called Forbidden Magic Research Lab appears to have been constructed rather recently.
That does seem to be the case. What's more, only a select few are granted entry.
'Tis all. Very secretive. I wonder what the citizenry make of it.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? 'Tis done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
Since time, remember. Draconic... Blood flows through the... Then I bid ye farewell.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
There, Master! Saurians!
We have no means of exploiting our enemies.
You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire!
These fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. Fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one! I'll be feeling the scars of that battle for some time yet.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of Vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought ere greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears, as to the purpose with which they watch. And yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Why, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old. I did indeed. My efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovran, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here, for this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
Making this place a refuge is a splendid idea. 'Tis safe, and
you have my support. this ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Your Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regentkin. After the false Sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a burden upon the young Regentkin. Let us aid him however we may.
Understood.
Might not the Seafloor Shrine provide a place of refuge for the people of this land? 'Twould protect them from the Red Cloud's advance, if only for a time.
But will the people do as we suggest? The crux of the problem is how best to convince them.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health.
Have you come to claim my life, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards, help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done...
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more? Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Oh, where did you wander in from?
I've got to focus.
As long as I get my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine.
We have chartered the ox carts as requested. 'Tis a pleasant change for things to go so smoothly, eh, Master?
Splendid.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wish to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided, had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
Did you want something?
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll take some steam.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've a day to myself.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
I fear for the Arbor.
Red with
Yet to
fury.
see my friend. How glad I am to see you yet live. When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the future. We cannot be sure we will be safe here. Yet this place is all we know. All we have. You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak with him.
You have my support.
Follow me. I will try to convince my father. Oh, you return. You were gone so long. Oh. You think we should leave the Arbor? I am not sure my father will like that idea, but I can try to convince him. Please, follow me.
Findelnar, ne veo norwende lis kemen, moriven lis irumar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun findaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar. Nun...
Mornambwe roth enfane avasilmines fana. Ne vea tara morivin. Lis fa aldakar kemen rose oi and kemen rose elame mor orne arenka liasur? Liamorevin onduiroth mine falis ne kenal palan venis in herenon elvisoron ne eruor.
Nun lis aman vakil angadur femor.
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm ilarato. Ne chiamenran en firiav las estir. Moretele erando morivun telume?
Findalnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oyo sur. Airando vanit.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa? Et sorne an fameltol. Vanelin huror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arteher firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
By your leave.
Herr Minra. Heru al-Minda.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
There are more who can yet be saved. We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arteher firni. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anen...
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasfana.
Luintaremi kinalen meltol. Parantelume anlis. Ne kemen kayayinju ne meltol linkan aldakar an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vanis tiel?
Palan hiarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor ardaher. Fir nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falasmir magananon?
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
there's something...
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it. Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can. But for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes, and should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are understandable given the circumstances.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Fear clouds my thoughts.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
You'll not get away with this. Leave off.
By your leave, Arisen.
Show 'em what you're made of, cuz.
Draw upon your inner strength.
Fine. This one's got thick skin.
You're telling me? I don't think I've got another punch left in me.
Bah. I can't stomach more quarreling after this. It's drained the fight right out of me.
Too right. I've clean forgotten what we were arguing about to begin with, if I'm honest.
Their tempers do appear to be quelled, but I hope you aren't injured, Master.
Unbelievable!
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
Looking for aught in particular?
Surely I know there's much needs doing.
Oi! I saw it first. Phew, trust a flea-ridden hide.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into him. Is this some kind of joke? You're siding with that flea-ridden hide? You can bloody have it then, Nomos. I hope you choke on it.
I owe you thanks, stranger. I never thought you'd take my side. This ought to be a lesson to me, I suppose. I'd taken all humans for scoundrels, but you seem a decent sort. Come to think of it, mayhap I owe Glint an apology as well.
Your response has proven their prejudice is faulty. I dare say those gentlemen will bury the hatchet anon.
Well said.
You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
You have my gratitude, sir.
Have at you!
Not on your life.
We must make haste. The red clouds draw ever near.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.
Trust in yourself as I trust in you. Steel yourself.
I'd fain put down my steel for a mug of war.
Feel eyes on me as I've been watching. I can't make head nor tail of it.
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay, 'twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Of course.
As a matter of fact, it cannot be denied. When I was an archer, my bowmanship left much to be desired. Now I bear the title of sorcerer. If a foe needs magical retribution, Pray look to me to dispense it.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Bagbatal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon Sermonella to keep the peace. That was certainly worthwhile.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
This looks as good a place as any.
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? 'Tis a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as to her. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the... evacuation. You have my support.
Haven't you a lantern, Arisen? A treasure chest. Oh, my mistake. Tis merely another spot for gathering materials.
It seems they bear us ill will. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries.
And before I forget, is your pack not overburdensome? Oh, you carry so much. I worry for your poor spine.
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous... You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear. Come, besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charge. To the encampment. But be mindful, the path has been much changed since last we walked it.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Sir Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
I hasten home, where there's not my duty.
Oh, there's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look?
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
I knew it to be so.
During my time with Lord Phases, I found myself in a strange state of being. Though my mind was perpetually unclear, I always felt your presence, Master. I cannot explain it. Mayhap 'twas made possible by the bond we share.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get him to safety.
Sir Lamond shall be a boon to the evacuation effort. Let us inform Sir Ernesto of our success.
You have my support.
I'm not draw steel if I can avoid it. There's no easy thing making a living as a soldier.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
I quite agree.
Oh, a ballista!
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Tis a hobgoblin! Shame I've no advantage against the foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Rally! Reinforcements have come to aid our foe. Fire must be put out near our comrade now. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Not good enough!
I cannot fault you, Talos.
Think nothing of it. Our foe stumbles. One up. Bring it down.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Focus. A moment of decision will spell out. Understood. I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen. Twas a trial indeed, but one we surpassed with skill. Fortune favors us, it would seem.
Was most effective. scorching heat or freezing cold? Which is the greater hardship, I wonder?
Remain focused. Without attention. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. If we are to seize victory.
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself... Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'll have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and...
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the Godsway to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Listen, friend, I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well.
Pawns need... You'd only obey the true Arisen. I suspect one of those spelled artifacts employed at the coronation is at work here.
You have my support. I do not understand. What has befallen our world?
We need answers. Who would seek to end this world, and for what purpose?
Methinks we picked up a key somewhere.
We might as well give it a go.
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this Godsway. Now they ought be free to make good their escape.
Not a bad idea. Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Why? Peruse at your leisure. Do you come again?
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now, I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the Godsway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
It is
Strange to think a Godsway would be used to guide my brethren to safety, after all the woe they have caused us.
Outstanding.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more? We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Uncountable created, only to be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing this. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the Great Will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, Arisen. This world has been safeguarded by the dragon. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon serves to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. the true meaning of the dragon's life. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. Such is the choice you have made, Arisen. By rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of the chance to fulfill the roles they were assigned. Pawns are no exception. All or nothing was they were granted the role of aiding the perpetuation of the cycle. Yet, left of the dragon, that role has been unwritten. Only nothingness awaits them now.
Tis clear to me now, Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. 'Tis the means to shape the world as one desires. Master!
Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches.
No!